Hey, what's up? Caleb with the Unlimited Leads podcast. Today we have Scott Landis of Awakened Life Coaching and Training. Scott, how are you today?
Fantastic. I got my coffee, I got my lemon water, and I got a huge announcement that I'm going to be on this podcast today a little bit ago. So I'm so excited.
Okay, yeah, we're doing it live. Okay, hashtag Bill O'Reilly. We're just going for it. Let's keep this conversation short. Let's keep it tight. Let's keep it focused. How can we generate leads using a reoccurring event that you're always inviting prospects to? Do you want to break that down for us? A little background: Scott was client number one and still client number one in my heart. I started working. Once I transitioned out of my junk removal business and I realized I had this red pill moment. I love marketing. I understand marketing. I want to do marketing till I die. Scott was right there saying, oh, good, because I need help with my marketing. So Scott and I have been through a lot. We have broken bread. We've bled together, physically, metaphorically speaking. But we've just been building business together for these last pushing 4 years, I think. But one thing that we have figured out through that whole process is having a live event that you can invite prospects to on an ongoing basis is a real game changer. For me, it's been the Funnel Flow Mastermind. Every Wednesday morning, hey, prospect, come to the Funnel Flow Mastermind. It's going to be great. You can learn marketing. You can learn about funnels. And hey, I might even pitch you. All right? That's me internally. And Scott's like, hey, Caleb, we have the same business. I need something on a recurring basis I can invite prospects to. So let's talk about what you've been doing in that regard, Scott, to close deals.
So a few months ago, I started the first Friday of each month. I have it carved out on my recurring schedule to do. Well, first of all, I do CEO level mastermind groups for married entrepreneurs with school-age kids, and the mini.
And you're good at it, by the way.
I do have some expertise and some mastery in there. Yes. Thank you, though. But it's kind of a tough deal. A lot of guys at that level know what a mastermind is, but the only way to really know is if you've been in one before. So those people that haven't been in one before, I wanted to create an experience that they could have. Kind of the Costco sample. They could try it, they could experience it, they could say, I like this, or not for me. And that's what my mini forum is. So I just do a mastermind level exercise, walk people through something I call the Total Freedom Life Wheel. And they come out of that with some clarity and some excitement on what to do next. And they get to meet a few other like-minded business leaders, and it's a great experience. I have people coming back more than a couple times, so they must like it.
So you've been doing this for how many months now?
I want to say the first month I think was October, maybe November. It depends on how you measure that, but yeah, I was in there somewhere. October, November.
And at the time of this recording, it's February, so. Yeah. Okay, about 4 times.
We got one and coming up this week.
Be there. Okay. So what results have you seen from this? How many leads have you seen come through it? What conversations? What has this done for you? Right now, I know we're not making 7 figures yet. We're still relatively new in this initiative, and we have by no means figured out. But I feel, from my perspective, kind of as your marketing director, that we're making progress. But tell me, what do you think it's doing for your business?
Well, one thing that came to mind as you were talking about your offer, your live event, is I'm regularly inviting people to your Wednesday morning group call, your live event, as a member. And of course, I know, love, and trust you, and I want more people to know you. But I was just thinking, I think anybody who has experienced something good in the live event, and they know that one's coming up, people want to share the good news about, what they've experienced. So I think that's a huge good reason for it. You know, like just this week I invited somebody, and it's such an easy way to, it actually, you know, it helps me build rapport with somebody I'm trying to like build relationship with. And I'm sharing something that like in this case, I was saying, this is something I've been doing for the last couple of years. It's been the most powerful thing. It's been a game changer, and I want to share it with you. And good news, Caleb will let you.
Sorry,
check
hold
it
on
out
a
for
second.
free.
Okay, back up 60 seconds, Scott and Nitish. Please edit that out. So, Scott, what has the mini forum done in your business since we've been doing it for the last 4 months?
Okay, do you want me to repeat what I said or answer that a different way?
Just answer it. I don't really care. Yeah. So I'm sorry. It was
ask again.
all right. So Scott, in the last 4 months since we've been doing the mini forum, you've had this live event on your books. You know, we've by no means figured everything out. We are not millionaires yet, but I would say outside looking in as your marketing director, I'm seeing progress. Like, what has the experience been like for you? One, having an event, hey, come on, come one, come all to my mini forum. It's an easy yes, I like to call it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's an asset where you can always have a reason to reach out to somebody. Because I think that's one difficult thing in sales. It's like you need an excuse to reach out other than, hey, I want to sell you something or I want to close you on my product or program. Right? It's like you need that. Hey, did you get that letter I sent you? Hey, did you get that email I sent you? It's like you always kind of need that excuse. And the mini forum, or for me, the mastermind, is a great excuse. But what's been your experience having this asset in your tool belt to invite prospects to? And how has that turned into financial opportunities?
Yeah, like one thing that I know about it is it's high value. I've had people come back, return people, you know, like they've done it, and then I say, hey, you want to come again? And they're like, oh yeah, I'd love to. I had a great experience. I have one guy who's been to a few of them, and he raves about it each time. So it's a high value thing. So I think that's a key thing. It has to be high value. If it's something that you're proud of, if it's something that you know somebody's going to get high value from, it makes it easy. Not only easy to say yes to, but easy to invite to. Like, I have no guilt or shame about saying, hey, I got another one coming up this Friday. You want to come? And you know, if they heard about it last month but weren't able to, almost invariably I'm having people say, oh darn, I'm busy this week, you know, and I say, oh, no problem. I'll keep you in the loop on the next one. And then I follow up, and then I invite them again. It seems like I'm getting some feedback that they're appreciative. Even like I've got a long list of people that haven't attended yet, but I'm building that rapport and dripping with them once a month. And it's like I'm leading with value. I'm saying, hey, here's something that's cool. It's going to be good. I know you're going to like it. And they're busy CEOs, busy business leaders, and you know, they're not always able to make it, but it seems like they appreciate just the invite. The people that have attended, you know, of course, I'm getting good feedback. I'm getting immediate, like, part of the agenda of the call at the end is, hey, what did you get out of this this little experience, this little taste of forum that we did? And so I'm getting immediate video testimonials from it that I can use for future promotion. And then some people actually say, hey, I like the Costco sample. It tastes good. It fits. I like it. You know, I want more. And then it's leading into the sales call of, hey, join, you know, this was just a little smidgen of what happens in a full service mastermind group. Would you like to experience, you know, the full deal? And I've had the last few closes that have joined as members of my mastermind group have come from, you know, people that tried the mini forum. They tried it and they liked it and they wanted more, and it was an easy sale.
Why do you think in coaching experiential selling is so important?
Well, I think in coaching specifically, first of all, these days the joke is everybody's a coach. You know, there's a coach for everything, and so I think especially people that get marketed to, they're hearing all the time, and I think they're hearing from coaches and big promises, and you have to demonstrate expertise. You have to demonstrate mastery. You have to demonstrate, hey, I can get you where you want to go. Because everybody's out there saying stuff. I don't know how many people are actually demonstrating it. And frankly, I wouldn't have early on. I mean, I literally have, over a decade of experience doing this stuff. Early on in that process, I sucked at it. I had to learn a lot of stuff through just experience and trial and error. And now I'm confident, and I can say, with confidence, come check this out. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. You're going to get value regardless of if you want anything more from that. And back in the early days, I don't know if I could pull it off. It'd be a lot harder. I'd probably need a mentor or an apprentice, situation happening to make it work. But I think that's key. You got to be able to demonstrate your expertise. I think that sets you apart.
I hear someone listening to this and they're like, okay, that's great for you, Scott. That's great for you, Caleb. You guys are both coaches and have different coaching programs, but I have a non-coaching business. How would a live event or a reoccurring training help me in my business? And this is a thought exercise, Scott. I'm putting you on the spot, but how could this apply to someone outside of the coaching business?
Well, let's see. I've got a client who owns a auto glass business. You know him. And
he's also my client, but yes. We share clients. Business. Yeah, we do.
So I could see he has something special. I've been working with him off and on for a long time. And, there's big companies in this space. Most people are familiar with like Safe Flight or something. And he's got something special in his business, and he's scaled. He's in 3 states. He's got something that sets him apart, and that's a quality thing. That's a service level thing. And I think the best way to demonstrate that, if he wanted to try this kind of thing, is just, hey, we're going to be, my technicians are going to be at the so-and-so service lot this week. Come check it out. We'll give you a hot dog, bring your chip in your window and see what sets us apart, see what makes us different. He works with auto dealership service departments, managers. So he wants to get in with the service manager. He could put on a show for them. That could be done on Zoom. Like, he could go anywhere in the country. He could invite people to Zoom call and show. Again, I think demonstrating speaks louder than words.
Just so no matter what the expertise, whether you're fixing chips and cracks in windshields or you're fixing marriages and people's work-life balance, it's just about demonstrating expertise and mastery, right?
Yeah, I think so. Seems like it.
That's kind of my takeaway, and that's the reason I'm sitting in this office right now and I was able to get out of nursing, is because I started that free call, and I invited you invited people, and then people just started to show up, and it was like a playground for me to experiment and learn marketing in all these different businesses that were coming around, and people experienced the value, and then I just started, because I built up my skill set, I was able to charge for it after a while. So no matter where you're at, if you're like starting out and you have you're trying to break into a market, like for me, it was a marketing agency, having a free educational type of meeting is a great asset, right? Because one, you're going to learn mastery. You're going to have new clients to serve, and you can monetize it. And for you, more established, it's an easy invitation. It's something very authentic. It's relationship building that you can be inviting people to. They can experience a mini breakthrough, and it's like, hey, you know what? I should invest in this, right? It's a totally different experience than, clicking through an ad or downloading a PDF or something like that. It's a great relational approach if that's kind of your business model. And it doesn't matter what you sell. Sean through Sir Auto Class has been successful because he's built relationships, and that has produced business for him. So I think we're going to leave it there, Scott. So Scott, what's the call to action today here on the Unlimited Leads podcast? Because we know information alone rarely moves the needle. So what should people do if they're like, you know what, this is a good idea. I think it could work in my business.
Well, if it's okay, I just thought of another idea. Can I share that?
Please.
So as you're talking there, I realized another huge thing, and you mentioned it's relational. If you're in a relational, if you're just transactional, probably isn't that necessary. But if your key is building relationship, another key factor of building relationships is referrals, right? And I just realized one of the huge things about these live events is it's really easy to have your referral partners engaged. And I'm always inviting people to your mastermind. And I realize, I have people that have attended my little mini forum, and I can start asking those people, hey, who do you know that would be a good fit for this? That would like it. And it would be an easy thing for them to refer from my own experience of referring to you. And that's the call to action, to just segue right into your previous question. Like, I have been going to your Wednesday morning group for the last few years. I was just telling a coach that we were doing some networking. She's a little newer in the coaching game. And I said, hey, the one thing that has made the biggest impact on my business, on me as a coach and my coaching business, is attending this Funnel Flow Mastermind. And I mean, it sounded like I was selling it hard, but I was just sharing her the truth. That is, I mean, I don't know if I would be in this business if it wasn't for the Funnel Flow Mastermind. So that's the call to action that comes to my mind, that people should, again, experience it, see it demonstrated. And if you're thinking about, what could I do, a live event in my own business, come check out how Caleb does it. That's what I did. I modeled after what Caleb's been doing.
And now you drive a platinum plated car.
Yes.
This isn't an income claim. Yeah. So thanks so much, Scott, for coming on. Where can people learn about you? Where can they register for your next mini forum?
Well, the main website is awakenlife.com. And if you're interested in the mini forum, just go to ceo.awakenedlife.com. Check out all the details. You can get in. I think it's still a free offer, amazingly. You just have to go there, register, and show up at the next first Friday of the month.
Perfect. And if you'd like to come to the Funnel Flow Mastermind, you can go to funnelflowmastermind.com or funnelflow.io. Look around. There's links everywhere to register for the free call. And you see it right back there on the shelf. If you haven't got a new copy of my new book, the MVM Flywheel Workbook, it's the simple way to get leads and sales on the internet in 4 easy steps. It's absolutely free. Just cover shipping. It's a funnel. You know how this game works. Go to minimumviable.marketing. That's minimumviable.marketing. Not .com, none of that. Minimumviable.marketing. You can also find links at funnelflow.io. Scott, thanks so much for coming on the podcast. Appreciate you. I know you got another meeting, so I will let you go, and we will see you on Wednesday.